Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, William Knibb High student succumbs to injuries from motorcycle crash. 16-year-old student of William Knibb High School, Roderick Frank, has succumbed to injuries he sustained in a motorcycle crash on Sunday night in D-side Trelawney. Frank's mother, Trishan Shaw, who resides in Toronto, Canada, was too devastated to talk to the media. However, Owen Watson, Roderick's uncle, told the news Roderick was riding his motorcycle towards the D-side when the accident happened. He was placed in intensive care where he was assisted in breathing from an oxygen tank until he passed away at 9:45 last night, he said. Roderick's death has plunged the grade 11 students at the school into mourning. Audrey Steele, the school's vice principal, told the news, "The students are so devastated and crying that the social studies exam scheduled for this morning has been postponed." Tamian Palmer, who has been Roderick's form teacher since grade 9, also spoke with the news. "I have followed him all through his years at William Knibb. He was a good academic student with a brighter future in front of him. He was a very disciplined child, and apart from his love for girls, gave no trouble," she said. Gunman kills a fruit vendor, injures a man in Linstead. A police search is underway for a gunman who killed a vendor at his fruit stall and injured another in Linstead, St. Catherine on Wednesday night. The deceased has been identified as 27-year-old Maurice Mora, also known as a Tilto, of Grove Road in Linstead. Reports are that around 8:20 p.m., Mora was selling fruit at his stall on St. George's Street in the Tip Top Hill area of Linstead when a man approached and ordered the fruits. The man then brandished a handgun and shot Mora and the other man. The two victims were assisted to the Linstead Hospital, where Mora was pronounced dead and the 43-year-old victim was admitted. An investigation is ongoing by the Linstead Criminal Investigation Branch. 20-year-old man charged for murder of 16-year-old boy. After months of intense investigation, the police have charged a 20-year-old man in connection with the shooting death of a teenage boy at the intersection of Ashley Road and the Metcalf Road in Kingston. Tyrese Rahman, otherwise known as Reesman of West Avenue, Kingston 13, has been charged with murder, conspiracy to commit murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. The fatal shooting occurred on May 25, leaving 16-year-old Nigel Johnson, also known as a JJ, of Rodney Road, Kingston 13, dead. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police indicate that around 9:15 p.m., Johnson was walking along the roadway when Rahman and other men approached him and opened fire, hitting him. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, they found Johnson with multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Following an investigation, Rahman was arrested by the police. He was later charged after a question and answer interview conducted in the presence of his attorney. His court date is currently being arranged. INDECOM probing separate police shootings in St. Catherine. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing two police fatal shootings in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Both incidents are believed to be related, as the men killed were said to be recent roommates. The men were believed to be involved in the brazen daylight murder at a Texaco gas station in Spanish Town, a video recording of which went viral on social media on December 1. One of Thursday's incidents occurred in the Twickenham Park community, also known as a Fisheries, while the other occurred along Dallas Lane in Spanish Town. Residents of Dallas Lane on Thursday protested as they contested the police's version of the incident. They claim the deceased was taken from his bed at his home, where he resided with his girlfriend and the two children, and killed in cold blood. However, the police say both the men engaged them in shootouts during an operation. The police say a firearm was recovered at the Dallas Lane scene. Double murder in Old Breton. 2 people, a male and a female, were gunned down in the Reeds Pen community of Old Breton in Portmore, St. Catherine, Thursday afternoon. Reports are that the male, who is known as Dimitri, and the woman, who is yet to be identified, were killed by unknown attackers about 5 p.m. Residents are reportedly fearful and the community is tense following the double murder. There have been a number of murders in the Old Breton community in recent weeks. The news will have more information as this story breaks. 3 families in grief after 4 died between Wednesday and Thursday. 3 young children and a teenager died between Wednesday and Thursday, plunging 3 families across the island into deep sorrow. On Wednesday, 12-year-old Irwin High School student Diana Solomon was crushed by a Montego Bay Metro bus after she fell under the vehicle on being pushed by fellow students in a scramble to board the unit. A day later, 17-year-old grade 11 William Knibb Memorial High School student Roderick Frank succumbed to injuries he received on Sunday in a motor vehicle crash in his D-side community in Trelawney. Police report that he was thrown from a motorcycle he was riding on the road in his community. As word of his death started to circulate, residents of Culloden, Westmoreland awoke to news that 2 8-year-old boys had been burnt to death early Thursday morning in a house fire that residents claimed had its foundation in negligence. According to residents, the fire that took the lives of New Hope Primary and Junior High School students Jamar Reed and Romaine Powell was sparked by an unattended candle. Manchester councillors clash over revocation of colour splash permit. There was a tense exchange between councillors in Manchester on Thursday over the revocation of an entertainment permit for an event on Main Street in Mandeville. This latest development follows days of debate over the proposed venue for colour splash slated for December 24. Mayor of Mandeville Donovan Mitchell had on Monday announced the revocation of the permit, resulting in event promoter Aidan Peart questioning the actions of the Manchester Municipal Corporation. In an unusual move, Mitchell, who is also chairman of the Manchester Municipal Corporation, asked councillors to vote for or against the letter revoking the permit during the monthly meeting of the municipality. This led to a debate among councillors on Thursday, some of whom objected to the proposed venue, citing traffic concerns on Grand Market night, while others asked that the event be allowed on Main Street with stipulated conditions. However, the debate became heated when Councillor Anthony Bryce, People's National Party Newport Division, interjected during a point made by Minority Leader Councillor Omar Miller of the Jamaica Labour Party Craighead Division. Bryce had tried to raise a point of order but was interrupted by Miller when the latter explained that it was not done correctly. "What is the point of order?" Miller asked. Even though both councillors were told by a gavel-pounding Mayor Mitchell to stop the cross-talking, the tense exchange continued. Mitchell then put the matter to a vote, which resulted in 9 councillors voting for the revocation to be upheld, 2 against it and 2 abstained. Peart told the news that while he is disappointed in the outcome of the municipal meeting, his lawyer has written to the municipal corporation over several concerns. Another issue that is of major concern is when you look at the number of events that receive permission on the same night within the town itself. It is ridiculous. I saw an event held on Sunday at the back gate of the hospital in the parish council parking lot, so this raises questions as to how the parish council does their approvals for the places of amusement in terms of permits being issued, he said. My attorney is standing solid on this one, he added. Police say big gun ammo find a blow to criminal networks. Police say Wednesday's seizure of a major cache of illegal guns, gun parts, and the 2,819 rounds of ammunition at a wharf in Kingston is a significant blow to criminal organizations operating in Jamaica. Originating from the United States, the weapons and ammunition were packed in 5 barrels that also contained clothes and food. In the shipment were 3 fully assembled weapons and a number of firearm components that, when assembled, make up 39 pistols and 1 rifle. According to the police, the arms bust was made during a joint operation by the Firearms and Narcotics Investigations Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Customs Agency's Contraband Enforcement Team. This find is a testament to the hard work and dedication of our team and demonstrates the effectiveness of collaboration between local law enforcement agencies in disrupting the flow of illegal firearms and ammunition into our country. It comes at a critical time just before the Christmas season. We are committed to keeping our communities safe, and this seizure is a significant step in that direction, said the Senior Superintendent of Police, Samuel Blake, who heads FNID. The investigation into the seizure is ongoing. FNID continues to work with our local and international law enforcement agencies to identify those responsible for the illicit shipment, Blake said. According to a news source, Christmas time, when it is busy at the wharf, a lot of people try to send in weapons and other contraband because they feel that it might be harder to detect. At this time of year, there is increased traffic and activity at the wharf, with people sending barrels and a lot of goodies for their loved ones. In February this year, police seized 64 guns and nearly 1,000 rounds of ammunition at a wharf in Kingston that were shipped from Miami, United States, and destined for a notorious gang in Kingston. 2 people who went to clear that shipment were arrested. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.